everybody, this is Yolanda Roos and you are watching Body, Mind, and Soul. This is a video for the weekly read for Taurus for July 6th. We're going to do a couple cards before and then we're going to do the concentration on the video for the 6th that week. I am not a traditional card reader, so I'm not going to tell you your future. Only God knows that. I simply tell you energy or a presence that could be happening. This is moon, sun, your birth sign, whatever it falls into that house, this could be affecting it. So when you're looking at that, your sun sign is you as an individual, so it could be in your life as a core of who you are. If it falls in your first house, that is the first appearance that people see you, so it's maybe the day-to-day things or how people perceive you or see you. And then your moon is your thoughts and your emotions and the things that you do. So if you're dealing with your emotional or subconscious type of mind, that would be Taurus, then you might resonate with this. So with that being said, this may resonate with some, it might not. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at what is happening right this second, because it is just before the 4th of July while I'm doing these. So I'm going to do a little preempting for a couple cards, and then we're going to be looking at the week of the 6th. Now remember, it's energy, it's fluid, and it's an idea. I came to the cards for healing, for understanding, enlightenment, understanding the shadow sides of myself. So this is meant to give you intuition, sparking, like being able to use your own energy within you to pull on things. And don't mind the background, my kids and my family are here. We are looking at what could be hindering you, what could be a problem in your life, what could be something that you're going to be dealing with, or it gives you an explanation, so you've got this feeling and you're like, I don't understand why. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. So what do we have happening right now in this week for my Taurians? Oh, same card as the other one. Letting go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now's the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. This is the Winter card. This is the Queen of Winter is Queen of Swords in this deck. This is a fairy deck, so it deals with seasons and such. So I'm feeling anxiety. So I feel like you need to let go of the things and the people. In my life, I've been dealing with changing my job, my life, my situations. My last child has just graduated and is leaving. So my life is going to be changing. And I think this card is a reminder this week of letting go of things that don't serve you anymore, and don't hold on to the things, or don't try to keep doing things that maybe your body can't do, or you're just not there, or people that are using you, or people that aren't they're not good for you. Okay, there's going to be things, and during the Mercury retrograde, see, I'm having trouble speaking it, and it's just a pain in the butt. It affects your communication, how you talk. Mercury retrograde is something that happens to cause you to stop, to slow down. It's delays, it's miscommunication sometimes, but usually it's a delay, and it's forcing you to take a look at your life, what serves you and what doesn't. Things from the past, how you may have repressed them, dealing with things. So it's a quiet time that forces you to think about what you need to leave and what you need to put out of your life. Okay, so I think that's what we're dealing with right now, and I can definitely sympathize with that. And focusing on your career is, you have to focus your energy in a certain area, because if you have too much focus going all over the place, then it's gonna hinder you, because you're gonna become overwhelmed. The next card you have was this one, 10 of Summer. Very nice. So this is a family card, and an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. So I feel like this week yourself, it's been a pretty balanced week. Things are kind of flowing, things are okay. I feel like there's not a lot of problems. I think you're in a sense of hermit mode, meditation type of thing, but I think that for a Taurus in general, I feel your life is pretty okay, I guess the word is. Seems like things are okay, emotionally fulfilling. You're doing okay with your life. Things aren't perfect, but like, I feel like you're in a good place for this week. And then your last card for this is Princess of Spring. And this is, it's time to go after your dreams. Yeah, you're focusing on your career. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Okay. So what I'm thinking is this week, your mind has been thinking about the things that you want to do, the things that you don't want to do, the things that you'd like to pursue, and it's thought, because I believe spring is wands. Summer is cups. You got each suit except for pentacles. So I think the energy that you have for this week, that you before the 4th of July, is that you're thinking about the things with your career, your life. Everybody's going back to work too, so it could be that do I want to go back to this? Do I want to be a part of this? And then your family life and your emotions are level. Okay, right now I'm feeling like you are emotionally level. Okay, so that's a good thing, and there's peace in your emotional level, and you're feeling, you know, pretty good. Then the spring one, the Princess of Spring, it says optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. And I can sympathize with this one too, because this week I've been very focused on my next steps of things I want to do. That's why I had a little break. I apologize if you're a regular watcher. I did the monthly videos. I'm going to go back to trying to do the weekly ones again. I went through a major slump and just kind of like, bleh. I just didn't want to do anything, and I wasn't feeling well, and I got sick. So I'm back again, and I'm also doing my jewelry. So I like to do a lot of different things, and I have a tendency to overload my plate. So I have to be careful that I'm focusing my energy on my cards and selling jewelry and my little boutique. So it's time to go after your dreams, and that's what I'm saying. I had to like separate all the stuff and figure out, okay, where am I going to concentrate my energy into? So let your creativity take flight. So if you're creative and you're Taurus, allow yourself to create. Take this week, maybe you want to color, maybe you want to draw, maybe you want to work in your yard and make it beautiful. Whatever it is, it's showing that right this week and probably into next week, it's going to be a creative type of week. You're going to be creating things, and I feel like it's going to make you happy, or it's going to make you feel contented, or you might find something that's the next thing that you're going to do. So let's take a look at this week, July 6th, the week of July 6th for my Taurians, Lord. What do you have for them? Oh, there's one. Ooh, Ace of Spring. Prince of Summer. I want that one. All right, any more cards? And then we're going to go over them. July. Ooh, the Sun card. Yeah, you got some nice cards here. I'll take one more. I've been doing about 4. Do you have another card for next week for our Taurians for the week of July 6th, Lord? What do you want them to know? What do you want them to be aware of? The week of, oh, did it flip? No, it wanted to. We'll see. It'll come back out if it's supposed to. July 6th? Oh, we'll take that one. Oh, yeah, you got a good week coming up. Okay, so your first card, there you go. It is Ace of Spring, and Ace is the start. Awesome. Spring is wands, and the wands are like thoughts and action and things you want to do. It's time to take action. So this is the initiative. Like, I believe swords is more like you're thinking about it, and the spring is like activating it and starting to do it. So Ace of Spring is, it's time to take action, be fearless and happy, pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. Yeah, your focus is career, whatever it may be, whether you're starting something of your own, you're starting a new job, you're putting things into place for something that you want to grow. Then your next card for this week coming up is Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Okay, so whatever's happening in your life, you need to be careful not to be rash. This is, I think, a warning card, okay? Because it's very emotional. And I feel like there's a lot of things that how can I say it? I feel like there's something that's going to present itself that become very emotional, and it says make sure you stay grounded. So maybe you get an exciting type of thing, and it like you're like woo, or you might go off the rocker with it, or spend too much, or do something. I just feel like it says stay grounded during a very emotional experience, because this card doesn't look like it's a sad card, but it looks like you need to try to remember to keep your emotions in check. Not that you can't feel things, but sometimes it might be over exasperating, or it might cause you to be stressed or either fickle, or I would say it stressed you out. Because I felt like when I was driving in the car, because I was meditating, I had to go to the store, and I said, I feel like there's like a little bit of anxiety or like tension or stuff, and this kind of explains it, because you have opportunities coming, but then this could be like that nervous, like pent up energy, so you might have to deal with that. So if you deal with any kind of anxiety or stress, try to find ways to relax yourself. Try to be, because I'm feeling tension, like exciting, like not bad, just like really exciting things or whatever, especially with love. Like if love is coming into your life and this is something to deal with, love is beautiful and terrible at the same time. But when it's good, it's really like when it's new and it's fresh and it's exhilarating, it makes your heart go flutter. And then you got the Sun card for next week, which is great. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and accommodations, I can't read, gratitude for the blessings of life. So this is a card of blessings, of gratitude, of the sun is bright and it gives energy, and it's a wonderful thing. So I think this thing that's starting, whether it's love, whether it's something you love, whether it's a partnership, a business, anything of that nature, whatever it might be, I feel like it's things that are going to work out. It's things that are going to go good for you, okay? The last one you have is your 5 of Spring. So it's 5 of Wands. It says opposing. Yeah, 5 of Wands is like conflict, okay? Opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. And now I think this is what it was saying. You need to stay grounded during a very emotional time. And there could be something that you are doing, you are pursuing, that people don't agree with. And I think this is coming up on a lot of people's things, that the choices and the things you make, you need to consider other people, kids, mates, things of that nature. But you also have to live your life for you, because you stand before God and tell him, he said, I sent you all these opportunities and you kept not taking them, and you kept letting everybody rule your life, okay? This is your life. You're accountable for it. You have to live it day to day. They don't. So I want to make sure that even though there's opposing things, you need to, it feels like it's going to be an internal battle too. You might be seeing things happening or plans unfolding, and there's a part of you that wants to hold on to the old life, and there's a part of you that is just desperate to start the new life, or that freedom, or whatever you want. So I feel like you have a start of something, which is going to be a good thing, and I feel like it's dealing with your career. Then you have this falling in love suddenly, but this could also be falling in love with something that you do, like finding the career choice that like makes you happy. And then it says you have plans that work out perfectly. So maybe something that's coming up this week is going to enlighten you, and although it's going to be a little exasperating, a little emotional, or there's a combination of things that you, maybe it's warning you not to get too excited or too emotional, because it could disturb this new thing that you're working on. And then I'm thinking at some point there's going to be some differing opinions, and they might make you question yourself, okay? So you might be like, well, you know, but when you're going inside, it's not following the heart is what I'm talking about. It's following the intuition, the inkling inside of you that tells you something is good or bad, or if you really need to go for it. It's something inside of you that is connected to the universe, to God, to, you have your own little like warning system or like beacon. It tells you, and you need to start trusting it more, because we are programmed as a society by our parents, by our people, by our churches, by our everything, that this is what it is, and this is what I tell you, and this is how you have to do it, and you just go along with it because we are children and people, we're supposed to follow rules. But there comes a time, and this time especially, there comes a time when you have to evaluate what you need. And if it's not hurting anybody, and it might hurt their feelings, but if you need to do something for you because it's what's going to make you happy, healthy, and be able to live a fulfilling life that you can help others or help yourself, you need to really evaluate if you're living your life for other people or you're living your life for you. Okay, so we're going to get some clarity cards just to kind of, I have this beautiful deck from the Sacred Destiny, and it's got all pretty pictures, and it's word deck. So let's see what we have. Oh, I didn't even say anything. What comes out? So what kind of clarifying cards do we have for our Taurus for the week of July 6th with this reading? Leadership, yeah. There's something that either you're going to be leading or something you're going to be pioneering. Like I said, there's a new thing. So leadership, you are going to be needed to lead and to do stuff, I believe. And especially with this conflict thing, if you're trying to be a leader, there's sometimes going to be conflict when you're doing what you feel is right. Week of July 6th, abundance. There's abundance coming in for almost every single sign I've done. So that's good. Maybe some finances will flow through. Leadership, abundance. Do you have any more cards for my beautiful Taurus people for July 6th and this reading?
No, there's a pack.
July 6th. For the week of July 6th. Ooh, and there's the two cards. Okay, so we got diligence and adventures. Okay, so diligence, stick with it. This new thing, you need to stick with it. You need to not let other people take you down. And adventure, I think that's love. All right, so you got leadership and abundance. Okay, and then you have be diligent and you got adventure. So I think that what's happening here is that you need to be diligent on what you believe. Okay, so these cards make me feel like this last one, that opposing, you need to be diligent on what you feel. And I think it's time to take action. This Ace of Spring is leadership because it's talking about amazing career opportunities. Maybe you have an opportunity to go into something and lead something, or to bring your leadership skills to it. Abundance is dealing with these plans that work out perfectly. Gratitude, blessings, rewards. And then this card of adventures goes with that falling in love card. Because it's saying being swept off your feet. Have you ever been swept off your feet? It's amazing. And I think that's where the adventures card, that there's going to be new things in your life and you're going to be swept off. That might be where the conflict comes from too, because if there's someone that's in your life that somebody else don't want you to be with, or they don't agree, and you are just swept off your feet, yeah. These are cards of wisdom, like just little insight. Your first card was dance. And it says dance. Move your body to music. Dance with the rhythm of life. Manifest your dreams through dance. Yeah. Dreams want to come through. Okay, and we got these two. We're going to take compassion. It says be gentle with yourself. Yeah. That's what it said. Be grounded. And then opposing goals. Feeling at odds with yourself and others. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. Okay. Friendship is the other one that came out for you. Seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing. Yeah, you need to cut out the people that are hurting you. I really feel that was one of the things I was wondering. You have a lot of things that have been in your life, and I feel like there's things that are changing. It's going to be hard for some people to deal with, honestly, because there's going to be happiness. This kind of cycle is coming to an end. This end of this year, we have a cycle coming that's going to bring us into the energy of air. December 31st or 21st for 2020, and we've been in an earth energy for about 150 years. So we're moving into this new energy, which is probably why there's been such chaos and such, like, the planets and the eclipses have been off the rocker. Like, it's just been crazy because it's definitely bringing and ushering in change. Okay, and change doesn't happen overnight. So this change that's happening and this explosion of ripping things down. It's really a part of this change because we are going into Aries or air signs, and air talks about communication. It talks about a lot of different things that deal with renewable energy. It's not as heavy because we've been in earth. We're earth, Taurus. All right, so what kind of advice for the week ahead do you have? This is from my new Crow deck. I just got it, but I'm using it to be like the final wrapping up, and then I'll read the little thing inside because it does seem to be pulling it all together. So if this didn't resonate with you, I'm sorry. If it does, great. Like I said, it's meant to be a general reading to help. And you also could need to look up a different sign, like your rising sun or something. If you're looking for a certain part of your life, one card for Taurus the week of July 6th relating to these cards. What kind of advice do you have for my Taurians for this week ahead? One card, please. Ooh, I feel the energy. There it is. The Fool. New beginnings. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, you got some new stuff coming. Let's look up and see. I just want to read the message that goes with it because, like I said, these are new. All right, so it says, unafraid, the crow does not waver a bit and has faith that the log and the river will provide a great adventure. Oh, there you go. There's something coming up. In the distance, there's the wind blowing, whistling a warning. Yet the crow remains faithful, knowing that despite how stormy or choppy the waters may become in the future, the log will keep her afloat. The Fool card asks you to have faith in the universe and live fearlessly. Okay? You will come through the storm if you allow hope to replace fear. Imagine the adventures you have waiting. Don't live your life in fear and not do anything because you're afraid of what people say or want. Don't miss out on those awesome things that God's placing in your life and giving you because you're so scared. Okay? Don't live in fear. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, but you know what? You're never going to experience life if you don't get out there and do what makes you complete and happy. Remember it said find your soul family. So guys, that was a quick little read for you. We'll be back next week for the reading for the following week. So if you have any questions or concerns, definitely reach out, leave a little comment. And if you like what you're seeing and you want to be notified when the new readings come out, we'll be doing them weekly. Just hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it, and we'd love for you to hear more messages that can help and heal you. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your holiday.